Exceeding fan expectations is the side-scrolling Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2. With about 4 full zones and 1 mini-zone, this game is probably going to feel short, but I guess that's why it's an episode. If you're having difficulties with certain levels, you actually get the chance to skip that level and go on to the next level, which is a pretty cool feature in the game. Episode 2 is probably going to bring back that nostalgia from the Sega Genesis days. If you remember, Tails was introduced in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And so pretty much the people over at Sega are doing the same thing. They started with Sonic 1, which didn't have Tails, and now with episode 2 you actually get to play with Tails, and that makes it a really nice feature. One of the things you're going to notice in this game is that Tails can actually help Sonic a lot. For instance, Tails and Sonic can actually get together and turn into this very powerful ball that can go through different obstacles in the game. Now the other cool things that Tails and Sonic can do is Tails can actually use the tail and sort of use it as a helicopter and pull Sonic up and pretty much get him to a different location where Sonic would have a lot of difficulties getting through. Now, the other thing that Sonic and Tails can do with each other is they can actually swim together much better and get through different obstacles around, because if you remember, one of the worst things about Sonic was that the water levels. Sometimes there were these water levels and they were just so hard to get through, and part of it was because you had to go through a different area and then you had to wait for that little bubble to actually come up, and then that little bubble, if you didn't find it, you would drown and then the game was over and you lose a life. So it was nice that they actually added that. In Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2, you're probably going to see Metal Sonic. Now, Metal Sonic was created by Dr. Robotnik, and he's pretty much against Sonic. So what's interesting about this game is you actually get a chance to play Metal Sonic in one of the special areas. But just so you know, you do have to have episode 1 and 2 in order to play with Metal Sonic. There is a little bit of multiplayer in this game, and you can play in a local setting or you can do an online co-op, which adds a little bit of value to the game. If you had something positive to say about this game, it would probably be about the music and also of the graphics and how beautiful the game looks. First of all, with the music, if you think of the music, it's going to bring you back to the days of the Sega Genesis, because a lot of the music was kind of borrowed from the original games. So that was really cool that Sega did that. The other thing that's nice about it is that the graphics of this game look amazing. It's kind of a dream to see Sonic, to see the Sonic actually evolved to a level where it looks that good. If I had to say something negative about episode 2, it would be that the game did not feel anything like the original games on the Sega Genesis. I do have to clarify though that these games are not supposed to feel anything like the Sega Genesis days, because we do have new technology out here and we are playing in a different generation than back in those days. The other thing that I wanted to say about this game is that the reason that I was expecting it to actually feel like the Sega Genesis games is because Sega did announce that they were going to use a new physics engine and that it was supposed to feel a lot better than the episode 1. Now, what I noticed with episode 1 and episode 2 is that both of the games actually felt the same. You don't really notice a change or any difference in the game, so if you were expecting that, be sure to know that. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 episode 2 gets a 7 out of 10. It's available on the Xbox 360, PS3, Windows PC, iOS, and Android. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel because we will be having some future giveaways. Also, we're doing the Raiders Beta Key giveaway, which is starting pretty soon. Signing off, I'm Elias. Take care, people.